it was my brother's birthday, his first birthday without him. If you don't know, we lost him to suicide on August 22nd, 2022. And that was one of the most difficult times of my life. And not only was I grieving losing him, but also the end of a lot of other things, the end of a relationship. I was dealing with financial things. It's like stuff was just piling up at one time for me. And I remember that day on his birthday, we drove from Vegas to LA, me and my family. And that night, I did not sleep. I remember laying down, watching almost like a time lapse. It went from being very dark to the sun rising. And I had cried off and on the whole drive there from Vegas to LA, cried throughout the night, throughout the day, the next day. And when I finally got the call from Travis Crates, who's the producer, we wrote the song together. When I got the call from him, as soon as we got to the studio, I heard the track and was crying some more. And I was experiencing a lot of release around his absence. And I was struggling so much with my mental health at that time. It's something that I've kind of dealt with throughout my life at different capacities. But this particular time, it took everything in me to hold on. Everything. And I'm so grateful for my support system. There's so many people who lifted me up, whether it was reaching out or showing up and just spending time with me, relieving me from my 2 children, bringing food, whatever it was. I had so much support at that time. And I know, had I not had that in my life, I would absolutely not be here today. So fast forward, like I said, I arrived to the studio. I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm holding my dad. And it was like deja vu because this exact same thing happened around the time that my brother Justice left. And that was a whole different situation, the way he left. But just being at the studio and feeling really emotional, I would say for about 15 minutes. And bless Juvie, bless his heart, because he was so patient while I was gathering myself. And, you know, when we sat down, when I finally calmed myself down, he's like, Deja, what do you want to talk about? Like, what do you want to say? And I told him, my heart is just so heavy. I feel like I don't even want to do life anymore. But I know that there has to be something better on the other side of this. Like, I've experienced too much for it not to be better beyond this. And I don't know what that would look like because I feel so much pain. But I want to play with that. I want to spend some time there in that place of what it does look like on the other side. And that is how Joy was born. So I've said before in the posts that I've shared so far, I really hope that Joy is something that gives people encouragement. And especially with everything that's going on in the world, you know, I hope that it gives people who hear it a sense of hope, and that it lets them know that there is joy on the other side, and that the things that are happening right now are only to strengthen us and to prepare us and to make us better for whatever is ahead. Yeah, my intention with all of my music is to heal, uplift, and inspire. And joy is that. So if you haven't already heard it, please make sure you go and check it out. You won't be disappointed. And stay tuned for more music on the way. Maybe it's a joy.